This was day 4 of our cruise. Because of Hurricane Milton, this was the only port, the Bahamas, that we would stop at. That's our ship right there, the Meraviglia. We woke up at 8 o'clock in the Bahamas, skipped breakfast, and went out to the Newport. Very nice Newport area here in the Bahamas. Left the ship around 9:30. Stopped for a while and watched these 3D screens that are in the port. Really great special effects. Are you even watching this? These are just some of the props around the port area. These were coconuts and pineapples that they would serve drinks in. A seafood restaurant. This is an ornament that people, long line when we went back to the cruise ship, posed in front of that. This is an amphitheater that they actually do shows there. I wish there was something showing when we were in port, but very nice area to show a show. Then we went out of the port area along the water. This is Signor Frogs, I guess it's called, right on the waterfront. There was also a beach that you could pay to get on right next to this. There's Nancy in her bathing suit. And it's posing with the different frog pictures, statues. That platform behind me is a observation deck. You can actually climb up there and get a nice little view of that whole area in the water. 20 guys, factories, pina coladas, Bahamas, carefully sample guys. From the platform, you could see the ships. That's our ship over there with another MSC ship. And we scan across the water. There's a lighthouse on a little island over there. That platform you see was renting out boats and boat excursions. Again, the lighthouse we zoom in on. That's actually the port area across from the water. You can see how that all looks like new buildings, new grounds. This is approximately maybe a 10-minute walk from the ship to here, this area. From this point, we just walked around downtown, the Bahama area, right near the port. These are all different landmarks you see. This is an official government building. Always like to pose by a cannon. Smiley's getting into the act. This was in front of the famous straw market. Lots of craft booths inside this building and beyond. These are some very humorous signs on the way back to the ship. This is us walking back on the dock with many other people. We headed back to the ship at 1:30 in the afternoon, hoping to beat the crowds. A lot of people are going to be drunk on that boat. Yeah, there's Paradise Island.
You pay one price and you can drink all you want.
All depends what the deal is. It was a very hot day today in the Bahamas, well over 80, and we're hoping to get back on the ship and maybe go to the pools and the slides and stuff like that without people clamoring around the ship. This is us once again using the glass elevators on the ship, something that Nancy got very brave at towards the end. She had a little bit of fear at the beginning of the cruise on riding these things.
Deck 15.
This was our golden opportunity since everyone was dying to get on a port and the ship was basically empty in our opinions. We got back on the ship. It's around 2 o'clock now. We rode these slides several times. The slides were basically three of them on this ship. There were these two you see right here, which were either single or double rafts, so you could ride with a person or ride on your own.
Oh, you already did it?
This was pretty funny. Nancy was up top trying to film me in the toilet bowl, and she was concentrating on the wrong slide, so we never got to film that. And then there was one that looked like a toilet bowl. Yeah. Probably the weakest of all these. But the bad thing about that is it's one of those rides where you get down and your back hurts because you hit the seams. The seams weren't laid out quite well on the. We had several situations where there were birds actually making their home on the ship, and this was one of them. This was the adults only pool and area. As you can see, it's done. All the chairs are set up like in stadium format. You have the pool right there, which is adults only. You can see the Atlantis over in Paradise Island in the Bahamas. That's a cool hotel. There's Paradise Island Bridge. And this is back on the main pool. We managed to get one of those beds because it wasn't crowded that day. Having some drinks by the pool. And then it was off to dinner again. Today's dinner between the four of us was ribs, swordfish, and steak. Of course, I had to have some clams from my appetizer. Delicious looking desserts again. And these are the teenagers that just kept mobbing us. After dinner, back to the promenade. As you can see, those gorgeous ceilings and projections, and we listen to music. More stage shows. This was the beginning of a party up on the top deck. You can see the MSC mascots having a grand old time. As you can see, the end of the night is always peaceful and quiet. The lower atrium on the trip, such a gorgeous spot with those staircases and all the decorations. And there's always some live music down there.
And remember, stay young and have fun.